Hello and welcome to another superb FlyWP video. In this one I am excited to show you how to use SSH keys to securely access your FlyWP server. No passwords, no hassle, and way stronger protection. We'll lock down your server the right way, so let's jump into it now. Alright, in this video I am going to show you first how to generate an SSH key on your computer. On a Mac you open the terminal application, and on Windows you'd hit the start key and then type in PowerShell, and it'll drop you into a similar interface. On both of those, you then have the SSH-keygen command available, which is what you'll need to generate an SSH key. And I've got the command on the screen here, so SSH-keygen, and then a space, and then -t, and then a space, and then RSA is the type of key we'll be creating, and then a space -b, and then a space 4096 is the bit length of the key. And then optionally I've got here -f to output this to a special file name that I've set. You don't need to do that. If you don't want to, it'll generate one for you. But once you have that command typed in and ready to roll, you hit enter. It's going to take a couple seconds to generate that super secure private public encrypted key pair. It keeps them together, and then the public key that is put on the server is decrypted or encrypted by the private key that you have on your computer, and they match. It authenticates you in without using a password, which is the magic part of all this. So for this, when it prompts you for passphrase, just hit enter twice. You don't need that to use on servers. And then what we'll do is we'll actually display the passkey file here, and it'll be .pub. We can cat that. That basically uses the catalog command to output it. And what you want to do is copy that whole thing, hit Control-C a couple times, and we've got that public key copied into the clipboard, ready to add to the FlyWP server, which is where you'll put the public key, and the private key stays on your computer, doesn't go anywhere else, and that's what authenticates your computer to one or more servers that you add that public key to. So let's do that next. All right, so we are in the FlyWP dashboard on the back end, the main servers listing page, and the first thing I want to show you is how to add an SSH key basically globally in the FlyWP interface, so that it is then used on every server that you create going forward, and you don't need to do that again and again for each server as you're creating servers, if you are creating multiple servers. So that you go up to the menu here and you go to settings, and basically there's a place here for SSH keys, and it states these SSH keys will automatically be added to every server you create once you add them here. I'm going to click add new key. I'm going to say this is Rob's MacBook Air, so I know what computer I'm talking about. It's usually per computer specific where you generated that key and then where that private key is stored. I'm going to paste in the SSH key public key that we copied from the terminal earlier, and I'm going to click create key. And it creates its own little fingerprint for it. It has a timestamp, so a week or a month from now you'll know like when that key was added, and basically is that the right key, and you know the age and that kind of stuff. You can also use that to delete keys that are relatively old, no longer used, and that kind of stuff. Make sure you give it a good name so you know which one is which as you're looking at different keys. If you migrate to a new MacBook Pro, you're going to probably want to generate a new key or copy that private key over to that computer and make sure it's in the right spot and everything. So key management is fun in FlyWP because it's global set here. It works really easily. And then as you create new servers, that key is automatically transferred and you need to worry about setting it on each individual server. So that's great. But in this video, I do want to show you, we just added a new key, generated a new key, added it globally, but I do have some servers here that aren't already set with that key because they were older before I added that key to the global area. So I'm going to show you how to add it on the server itself. Very similar. You can add it individually here. And I'll paste it in one more time and click create. And that is as easy as it gets for adding an SSH key to an existing server as well, if you didn't do the global SSH key settings. Now, what that allows us to do basically is connect to the server using the key without a password. Let me show you that next. All right, now that we've added the SSH key, I want to go ahead and show you where to find your SSH settings for this particular server. Go to Manage, and then scroll down, and you'll have all of your SSH info right here. It's got the public IP address that you want to use to connect. This works even if DNS for that host name and server name is not set up, so that's great. The default port of 22 is what you'll use. They do have, for security reasons, you've got a FlyWP, a Fly, not WP, it's just Fly username for SSH. And that does include a sudo password. So what you do is you want to copy that password and then use that on the back end once you're logged in via SSH. You can use the sudo command. It'll prompt for your Fly username, password, and then it automatically drops you into doing super user type commands, the dangerous stuff. So when you first log in, you can look around, not do super user commands, but if you use the sudo password and the sudo command, then you can do all kinds of fun stuff on the back end of the server, assuming you know what you're doing and don't break things. So use that sparingly, but I want to show you that interface. It is all right in here, and that's the power of FlyWP, is they give you all of that connectivity and security right up front, allowing you to do as little or as advanced as you really want to do. All right, now that we've added the SSH key to the server, we can connect from our terminal using the SSH command that is actually shown inside of FlyWP on the web interface. Under the services section under manage, it'll have it all at the bottom of the screen there. If I do that command and I hit enter, the first time you connect, it's always going to ask you, are you sure this is the right server, this fingerprint and everything? And you're going to type in yes and hit enter. And then it automatically drops you in to the SSH shell. You can do commands. You can look around on the server and look at files on the server and do all kinds of stuff. When you disconnect from the server, then come up here, and if we do that command one more time, boom, it automatically drops you into the server. It doesn't prompt you anymore. It knows that that is the correct server and everything. So you should be all good at that point. You can also do sudo commands this way using the sudo password that's shown in the FlyWP dashboard. So make sure you look at those. You'll see the SSH IP address and the username and the sudo password and that kind of stuff. All right, I'll see you on the next FlyWP video. Stay tuned and see you there.